I got a question for you. If you were to install off-road tires, let's say oversized mud terrain tires on your off-road vehicle, how long do you expect them to last? All right, so before we get deep into answering that question, why don't you put it in the comments down below? If you're going to put a set of tires like this on your off-road vehicle, how long do you reasonably expect them to last? 10,000 miles, 20, 30,000 miles, a year, 2 years? I'm really curious because what I'm about to tell you and explain in this video is actually going to blow your mind. Welcome back to Jeeping for Beginners, folks. Once again, my name is Josh, and today we are discussing the longevity of your aggressive mud terrain tires. The reason I chose to do this video now and not sooner is because I needed to prove to myself that what I'm about to share with you is 100% the truth. And I have proof. So we're going to get into that. But let's talk about the tires first. These things are not cheap. I mean, for 37-inch mud terrain tires on an average, you're spending anywhere from what, $450 to $550 per tire. That can add up really, really fast. So I am going to show you how to get the most out of your tires and to actually make that couple $1,000 investment worth it. Now on this channel, we tend to focus a lot on the Jeep branded products. This video is actually going to be circled quite a bit around the Jeep Wrangler. Let me explain why. There's one advantage that every single Jeep Wrangler, the vast majority of your Gladiators, and several of your upper models of like the Cherokee and the Grand Cherokee all have in common. And that is that they have a full-size matching spare tire. But why does that matter? It matters because we are going to be talking about tire maintenance. Okay. Now, regardless of what you put down in the comments at the beginning of this video, what I've heard from the vast majority of the people that I've talked to over the last 20 years is they don't expect to get longer than 20 or 30,000 miles out of a set of mud terrain tires. And that's really kind of a shame considering how much money you're spending on them. So we're to talk about maintenance. The biggest maintenance that you can do is make sure your air pressure is always correct. Now, there is a video on this channel. I'm going to put a link in the description down below this video and on the end screen that'll take you to how to determine the right air pressure to run in your tires, regardless of what size they are. It's not written on the door. It's not written on the tires. So you should check out that video. That's number one important, is make sure your air pressure is right. Number two, which everybody knows, but they seem to skip, is going to be the most important part of your tire maintenance. So the most important thing you can do is to move these tires around the Jeep on a regular basis. That's right. I'm talking about a tire rotation. Now, for a lot of people, this is a chore because these things weigh a lot. I mean, 100, 150 pounds on an average per tire. That could be a little backbreaking. And when you take it to a shop to do your tire rotation, a lot of times they cheap out on it or they'll skip out on it for the same reason. It's too much work. Unfortunately, that's the society that we live in. But rotating the tires around the vehicle is extremely important. And I'm going to show you how to do it on a Jeep Wrangler the correct way to maximize the amount of life you get out of these tires. So remember I said that the advantage is having a full-size matching spare? Well, a lot of people just view it as a spare. It's extra. You know what? If I have a flat tire or I have a problem, then I'll talk to this guy. But the truth of the matter is it matches all the other tires on the ground. So this should be thrown into the mix of rotating your tires to help maximize it. Now, I want you to think about the math real quick. If you have 4 tires on the ground and you rotate all 4 of them and you get an average of 30,000 miles out of it, if you throw a 5th tire into the mix, you're going to increase that number by 20%. 20% is a huge number, but it actually goes a little deeper than that. So let me show you real quick the proper way to rotate the tires on a 5-tire rotation. So I am not a graphic artist. I am not an artist. I am not a 3D design specialist, nor do I know how to use CG. So for the next segment, please forgive extremely how rudimentary it is. However, I am going to illustrate how the tires should be moved around on the vehicle. To start with, when the vehicle goes in for its tire rotation, the spare should immediately come off before it goes up in the air. That spare tire should actually find its way over to the right rear position. So roll that over to the right rear and set it in place. Now, the right rear tire would then also have to move. That should be cross-rotated from the right rear all the way around to the left front position. Once you put that tire in the left front position, now we got to talk about the left front tire. The left front tire then moves across that same axle over to the right front position. And then that right front tire is going to cross-rotate over to the left rear, which we're going to go all the way around the vehicle. We're going to put it on the left rear. And then that left rear tire, that's right, you guessed it, now becomes your new spare tire. So we're going to put that back up in the spare position. Guys, that is the correct way to rotate all 5 tires on the vehicle. And if you do that same rotation every single time that you rotate the tires, then all 5 tires get an opportunity to work at all 4 corners of the vehicle for its entire life, and you will maximize the tread life out of your tires. When a mud-terrain tire is brand new, usually your tread depth, which the life of a tire is measured by its tread depth, usually falls around the 23 all the way up to about 25 or 26 32nds of an inch deep. All right. That's what makes them so good off-road. They've got really thick, deep lugs and deep treads to be able to clean out that mud or crawl over those rocks and get you to where you need to go. But rubber wears out over time. Now, here's some interesting factoids. According to the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration, 67% of every turn you make on the road is a right-hand turn. So that means that the tires on the left side of the vehicle actually get more wear than the tires on the right side of the vehicle. I want you to think about that for a second. When you're turning to the right, all the weight of the vehicle is going to the left. Of course, when you turn to the left, all the weight of the vehicle is going to the right, and 67%, maybe it's a majority, but if you keep moving these around, then each tire gets the opportunity to experience maximum and minimum daily loads. So this way, the tread wears even. Now, why do you want your tread to wear even across all 5 tires? Here's something that you're going to find really interesting. Your vehicle is equipped with a 4-wheel drive system, which means it has the ability to send power to all 4 wheels that are on the ground. Now, I know that you know that. Just wanted to preface this statement by saying that. That 4-wheel drive system is actually controlled by a wonderful series of gears. Gears in your transmission, gears in your 4-wheel drive transfer case, and of course, the gears that are inside the differentials themselves to allow the proper power transfer to maximize the use of all 4 tires. Now, I asked, why does your tread depth being even on all your tires matter? Well, I want you to think about this for a second. 24 to 25, 30 seconds of an inch is about 3/4 of an inch. That's actually a huge number. Now, I want you to take this tire, for example. Think about its diameter. Okay. If I were to take a measuring tape and measure from the very top to the very bottom, fully inflated, she's probably at 36 3/4 of an inch for a tire size right now. But brand new with 3/4 of an inch of tread, which, because we're talking about a circle, is both on top of the tire and on the bottom of the tire, actually increases that to probably, let's say, about 37 1/4, maybe 37 1/2, somewhere in that range. 3/4 of an inch is a huge difference in diameter. Now, I know you've seen those videos where they talk about tires rolling. Okay. If you have a 35-inch tire next to a 37-inch tire and you roll them one complete rotation, the 37-inch tire is going to go further. Why? Because it's larger. The circumference of that tire is larger, so it takes more distance to make a full rotation. Well, that also matters when we're talking about the tread depth. Okay. It's 3/4 of an inch can make a difference in how far that tire needs to rotate. Now, your differentials on your axles, front and rear, your differential that's in your transfer case, and of course, the gearing to your transmission is dependent upon all four tires taking the same amount of distance to cover one full rotation. If this tire can cover that rotation in, let's say, 12 1/2 feet, but that tire covers that rotation in 13 feet, 6 inches may not seem like a lot, but that actually affects the way that those gears are going to behave inside your axle. Okay, so that might be getting a little bit deep. Now we're talking about powertrain and performance issues. But I just wanted to point out that having all four tires that are on the ground, or all five tires in this case, all wearing even, actually protects the driveline in your vehicle. So I don't know about you, but I'd rather have to replace a set of tires every couple of years than have to rebuild my axles, my U-joints, my transfer case, or whatever every couple of years. Don't you agree? Hey, if you enjoy what you see on this channel, but you want to experience a lot of this stuff in person, but you don't know how, that's okay. I have an avenue for that. Check out my website at www.jeepingforbeginners.com. That's Jeeping, the number 4, at beginners.com. We offer one-on-one classes, group classes for off-roading, overlanding, even Jeep maintenance. We give you the opportunity to experience in person and hands-on just how exciting this life can be. We're going to cover trails and obstacles anywhere from Arizona, Utah, Nevada, Southern California. In fact, we're even going to be out in Moab this year. So check us out. jeepingforbeginners.com. I'll see you over there. We're talking about maximizing the life out of these tires. Now, remember I said that I have proof that it works. Well, before I show you that proof, let me just show you the tread of where my tires are at right now. Now, I don't have a banana for scale, but the industry standard is using a penny, and you've got Lincoln's head on the penny. When the tread depth falls below Lincoln's head, it's time to get rid of the tires. I want to show you this. If you can see that, that's actually half a penny thick. Now, why am I showing you this right now on these tires? Well, let me tell you how many miles I've driven on these tires. Folks, since I put these tires on the Jeep, I have driven 69,808 miles. That's right. You heard me right. Almost 70,000 miles on a set of 37-inch aggressive tread mud terrain tires. Don't believe me? Let me show you the proof. When I first bought these rims and tires was right before the first epic solo adventure that we had done on this channel up to northern Utah. It was called Salt Lake or Bust. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to see that video, but that was about 3 years ago. At the time, the odometer on the Jeep had 68,137 miles. Right now, I have 137,945 miles on this Jeep. That's right. If you do the math, that's just about 70,000 miles worth of travel, and these tires are not done yet. Now, for those of you who watch my channel on a regular basis, you know that I'm not really that nice to my Jeep. I mean, I do live quite a ways outside the city. I do a lot of traveling on the highway, but I do my fair share of off-roading. And looking closely at the tires, they've got fair share of chunks and scratches and marks on them from that. But 70,000 miles worth of use? Now, maybe it's a fluke, but I was taught at a very young age that if you maintain them properly, you set the air pressure, you rotate them correctly on a regular basis, and you will maximize the life out of your tires. Maximize the life. I don't know about you, but I don't have $2,500 to just spend on a regular basis to replace tires. So why not get the most use out of your tires? Now, as far as rotating goes, let's talk about how often that should be done. Now, there is a belief that every other oil change or every 10 to 15,000 miles or whatever the case, I've heard it all. Okay, I've been in the automotive industry for a long time. Truth of the matter is every 5,000 miles, religiously 5,000 miles, rotate them, move them around the vehicle, give them an opportunity to see a different type of terrain while they're driving. For most of us, 5,000 miles is also the interval that we change the oil in our motor. So, truthfully, every single time you bring it in for an oil change, you should be moving all 5 of these tires around the Jeep. So, guys, listen. Like I said, I waited this long to put this video together because I needed to be able to prove it on paper that rotating your tires and maintaining your air pressure actually does get the most amount of life out of these tires. Don't let them sit in the same position forever and a day. Utilize your spare. It's a huge financial investment. So why not maximize that financial investment? So anyways, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Jeeping for Beginners. If you have any questions about what I covered in today's video, please don't hesitate to ask. You put it in the comments below, or feel free to shoot me an email at yasmarproductions@gmail.com. But I promise you, you will get the most life out of your tires if you follow the regularly scheduled maintenance of rotating them and keep that air pressure right where it needs to be. So, for those of you who enjoyed the video, please hit the like button so we can tell the algorithm that other people need to enjoy this video as well. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, well, what are you waiting for? The button's right there, and it's free. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. In the meantime, folks, stay safe, happy Jeeping, and we will see you next time.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind.